Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my soapy kitchen here at Jentle Soaps. My name is Jennifer Olson, and today we are going to be creating our gingerbread house bubble bomb. Bubble bomb, it's giant. So let's get started. Now right here is the one I created a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, rather, for a craft show, and the kids had a lot of fun pulling it apart and sticking it in the water and seeing how it worked. And this was a design that I just kind of put together because I really wasn't sure whether or not it was going to work, but because it did work so well, that's why I'm releasing this series. So if you do get creative and decide to create a simple bubble bath gingerbread creations, please share them with me, because there is so much you can do with this medium if the weather cooperates with you and you take the time to create it. So if you create it, it will be enjoyed. Now, the reason I really like this concept is because every year at Christmas time we make gingerbread houses with the kids, and the only thing that gets eaten on the gingerbread house is the chocolate and maybe a few of the gummies. The rest of it, cake, the cookie, the icing, all of that is too hard to really eat, and so most of it gets wasted. And I don't have chickens anymore, so the ducks really can't crunch it, so I have to soak it and give it to them that way. But it's not really exactly a healthy treat for my animals, so I really don't even like to give them it. So, but this gingerbread house can be completely enjoyed, and then nobody's going to waste anything. So I'm going to fill them with the embeds. As you saw in the previous video, I was trying to fit them on the inside of the houses, and a few of them stuck, but for the most part they fell out. Maybe there's a way to keep them in, but it was just easier to work with flat pieces when you're creating this, and then have like a candy center when you open it up, which is super fun too. All right, so let's get started. All right, so here are my pieces that I prepared in the previous video, and we had a little bit of trouble with the V-shaped top, but you can still make it just with squares. I've done this many times with graham crackers. We got our 4 sides, and I've got one partial roof piece that didn't crumble. It's the rainy season here, so it's a little bit touch and go, and I've got an extra square piece which we're going to use for the other side. This was the other piece, and it just completely fell off in pieces. So I mean, that does happen. Next time I'll be using more hard oils in my bubble bath bomb recipe. So here we go. So basically we're going to create some place for it to sit. So we're going to make our bubble icing next. Now I use a formula that has a lot of cocoa butter, and I'm working in a cool room, which also helps. So I did a big batch of my bubble icing. I did a big batch of my bubble icing mix, so I'm going to measure out 200 grams, which is just about enough for this project. Anything that I have left over, I will ice a few of my bubble macarons. I've got some pretty white ones and some pretty blue ones that need to be filled. And today I'm going to be using Nature's Garden almond rum cake. So that'll match really well with the holiday season, and it also will scent really well in my macarons. Come on, zero, will ya? So I'm going to measure out 200 grams of my mix. That was a bit much. I'll take some out. 200. Perfect. All right, so we'll get rid of that. And I'm going to, hold on. So I'm going to take a lot of cocoa butter that I've melted. It's a big bunch of cocoa butter. And I'm going to add my almond oil and my polysorbate to it. What the polysorbate does is it keeps the oils in an emulsion in your bath so you don't have a greasy bath. It's polysorbate. And I will have a link in the description box to how to make the bubble icing. It's in a macaron video. Rather than posting it again, I can post a link in the description to that. And then at the end as well. All right, so there's my mix. There's my liquids. I'm going to add my fragrance separate so I can always melt down this. So the first part of the icing is going to be just white. So I'm going to add a bit. And I'm going for an icing consistency. And because I'm using a mix, I can just add more dry. It's kind of like icing sugar. That's why I like to pre-measure that, and I'm a little lazy. I like to prepare ahead of time. I don't like to be measuring it out every single time. I'm going to use a spatula so I can really mush it better. I'm going to put a little bit more. It's not going to lead a whole lot more. You just want it pipeable. Now I'm also going to add some titanium dioxide because I want this to be super, super white. I'll be doing red next because my design inspiration is a red and white gingerbread house I found on Pinterest. I kind of need to work that way. It won't look the same, never do. But you need a starting point sometimes. Some people do, I do. For the more creative design stuff. So that's pretty good. It's a nice pipeable consistency. We'll see how it does. Hold on, I'm going to grab the titanium dioxide. So this is a water dispersible titanium dioxide that I'm using, just like my dyes. And I add about that much, so about half a teaspoon to 200 grams of mix. And what this will do is it'll make it look more like royal icing. And when you are bathing with it, it'll give the water a milky look, which is kind of fun too. You can actually put milk in these formulas. I'm going to put on gloves just so I don't get so messy. This is for my own use anyway, so it's not like I need to worry about not actually touching with my hands, which is what I do for customers. Those are stacks and stacks of gloves. Oop! Raining from the ceiling. All right. So you can already see that it's nice and white. It's getting there anyway. I'm going to mush it, smush it, and make it gorgeous. So this is our white base. And it's going to have a little bit of a yellow tinge to it while it's in this state, but it actually does whiten up really well. That's from the cocoa butter. If you want it whiter, add more titanium dioxide. It's fine. Just do it to your own preference. So I'm going to take these messy gloves off again. And we'll go get our cake plate. All right, so there's our cake plate, and I've got my piping bags ready. I'm going to try using a closed tip this time because I like how it looks when it's piped with icing, so we'll see how this goes. forgot to add my fragrance oil, so we're going to do that. There we go. Half a teaspoon. That'll help with viscosity a little bit. Ooh, that does smell like Christmas cakes. How's everybody's holiday plans going? Oh, that's nice and strong. This is going to be gorgeous in the bath. All right, so the closed tip is a no-go. We're going to go back to my open tip star, so hold on. All right, so here's the tip I'm going to use. It's an open tip star. I have no idea what number it is. I just started buying them on eBay. I'm going to twist. Hopefully this one's big enough. It might not be. It was working a second ago. Boy, I was so prepared with all my tips and still we're having troubleshooting. So learn from me, girls and boys. Learn from me. All right, I give up. I've moved to a simple round tip. This is just the base. Anyway, I can make it fluffy like icing. Not icing. Yeah, fluffy like icing, but fluffy like a snowdrift, which is going to be fun. Now, here's one of my first pieces. I'm taking a thick one, and I'm going to place it the smooth side on the out, because nobody wants to see all of our mistakes, right? Now just take something to prop it up so it doesn't implode. Now if you can see this, I'm going to scooch back so you can see what I'm doing. All right, and I'm going to take this piece and go upright with it. And then I'm going to fill it in to cement it in place. Now the cocoa butter cools quite quickly, so it'll give you stability in almost no time at all. Look at that. So let's do another wall. Make it nice and thick. Give it lots of, you get to use it all, which is wonderful. Again, outside wall. I'm going to go with the flattest bit. Give yourself a little bit of already. Now you can do a little bit on the inside too if you want to. I'm not going to. Let's see how this measures up height-wise. This should be fine. So I think I'll go ahead and use this one, this lopsided, and we'll make it looks like it's not lopsided, so hopefully. But if it is, I will still enjoy it in my bath. No big deal. There we go. It doesn't want to stick, so whoop, because the base isn't flat. I'm going to reinforce it over here and build it up. Put my handy dandy little Nurture Soap Really Red mica right there, because we're going to do some red for decorating, I hope. Now this one I am going to put a little bit of foundational icing in there just to help it to stick. Now once this is ready, we'll put on the roof, so stay tuned. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to put on the roof. It's fairly stable, so I'm just going to pipe along there and pipe along, there. And we'll pipe along here again. That'll just have to be a surprise inside. Now we can't forget to put in the filling. So I'm putting embeds in the center just because that's fun. I love to throw in embeds. See them dissolve slowly. All right, and hopefully that won't knock my wall down. I think my wall is in there pretty firmly. But let's do the first one. We're gonna lean them against each other. Now it may collapse, and that's okay. We'll just start again. The idea is to glue them together well. So now I'm going to fill in with icing all the holes so that it looks like a real little gingerbread house. And it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. This is for me and my kids. It's perfect for us. So I think I'm going to use some decorations for that little part on that side, because I didn't really like how blob of it really looks there. There we go. Yeah, lots of air. Sorry, my hands are in the way. Sealing up most of the hole there. And there we go. So, not perfect, but that's okay. We're going to go to the red icing next. Let's see if I can just... I am not a baker. This is just me playing. So if you are, please don't cringe. This is just for fun. And I'll get better year after year. Who knows? All right, so I've pre-mixed. So I'm going to set this aside. And hopefully it won't fall down. That'll give it a chance to set up a little bit before I start working on the roof. This is my inspiration. Very ambitious of me. I found it on Pinterest. So I just wanted something simple. Last time I put embeds on, it was hard. So I'm not gonna do a whole lot of decorating with soap embeds. Might use a few of my bath bombs if they'll cooperate. So let's go ahead and make icing again. I'm going to be using Nurture Soap's Really Red Mica. Another good reason to have polysorbate in there is the micas. And Making Cosmetics FD and C40 Lake. Another good reason to be using polysorbate. That'll help it so that it doesn't stain your bathtub. These are not the water dispersible dyes that I normally use. So yeah. Now I'm just going to use this bag. Again, maybe a bad idea, but in the essence of saving a little bit of time, just going to poke things in. Hopefully they won't harden up too much. We'll have a little bit of the red mixed in. That'll be fun, pretty, I think. I'm going to be using a different tip though. So I want this nice and bright red like the picture. We'll see if we can achieve that. We might not be able to, but we can try. So I'm going to use quite a bit. I'm going to use like half a teaspoon. And I think we've got plenty of fragrance. Well, no, we'll put a little fragrance in there. Less than before, because this is half as much. So I'll just put a few drops in there. A few mils. Just rinse your hand off. Fragrance oils make my hands itch. I do need to use gloves for those. Occasionally I get them on my hands and I don't like the way it makes them feel. Now we're also going to put, I put the really red mica in, so let's put in the FD&C dye as well. It's a little more powerful, so it's definitely going to give us a pinkness to the bath. These are our highlight colors, so it's not like we're going to end up giving ourselves a red bath. not everybody finds attractive. Now because of the dye color, I am going to use my gloves again. So hold on while I put those on. Alrighty, let's give this a little stir. I think that's going to be a pretty color. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's pretty. It's a very Christmassy color. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to get a video out on how to make the soap dough. Because I think it would be really nice to have little candy cane addition to this house. Oh, that's nice and red. I probably used way too much, but that's okay. This is going to be super pretty. And it's just the right texture that I like for piping. So I'm just going to attempt a few simple snowflakes. And we'll see how this goes. This may not work. It might just be clogged up. If it clogs up, we'll just start over. There's no harm in starting again. Now I'm hoping to use a smaller tip, but I may have to switch back to the big tip. This is the tip that I smell at the step down. See, it's one smaller. Put that one in the, no, I'll put it first in case I need to use it. If I put it in the wash water, then it'll reflect with the bubble bath. Just gonna set that aside. I'm also working like crazy on different thickeners for the cold process liquid soap. Oh, this got too warm. I gotta warm it up. Too cold. I gotta warm it up. Hold on. All right, so we're nice and warm here. Now I'm gonna try to pipe the snowflakes on so you can see it, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So first I'm gonna make an X. Oop. We're gonna have some white in there too. And then we're gonna make another one here. Another one here. Oh, I'm shaky. This is thick stuff. Another one here. Come on, stick you. Another long one. In there. So again, not perfect, not even close, but I'm having fun. Aren't you having fun? Shaky, shakies. Okay, rather than trying to do little doohickeys, I'm just gonna make dots, and those will be like the edges. I'm hoping. Oh, that one really doesn't want to stay, no matter what I do. Stay. Dot. 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 And then a nice big red dot. So it's not really a candy cane or a snowflake, but not too strange. So I'm going to do another one over here, but it's easier for me to pipe when I'm not at that angle. So that's all you get from that side. We'll see if I can actually get a proper snowflake on this side. I'll show it to you if I do. Looking pretty good. I need more white, I think. Red isn't quite enough. Yep. Getting some. The little edges. And now I'm going to pause it and I'll show you in a sec. Alright, we are really just getting creative and having fun here. So here's what the other side looks like. Now I'm just going to I think I'm just going to do some fun little dots on the white icing for decoration this time. And I'm going to make a door, because on the gingerbread it just looks a little strange. So we're going to do this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just decorating with dots. Nothing fancy at all. But I'm having fun. So that's the whole point of the holidays, right? Is to have fun and have some leisure time and take a holiday. Go skiing, all those fun things that winter only comes around in the winter time. Unless you're from Idaho like me and you can go skiing at Sun Valley anytime, which is pretty fun. Or you can travel the world too, I suppose. We were always able to go skiing when we wanted to. Fun, fun, fun. This is looking like a thorny house or a rosy house. That one won't stick. It's too powdered. Let's see if I can get one to stick this time. Oh, it's warming up is the problem, I think. Cooling off. Stay. Stay. Okay. Okay, so I think I want the door. I think I'll make a little window over here. And I can fix that up later. And I'm going to do a little roundish door over on this side. And a little bit of the pathway in red. Everything's kind of in red now. Maybe a wreath. Some decoration along here. Let's do a little window box. I can put other colors in there. I don't think the red path is going to work, but there's a little red window box. What do you think? I made the... So if you don't like something, you can just take it off like that. And that can be whatever you want it to be. So I'm going to actually border the whole door here. So I only needed about half as much of this, I think. And I made it. I'm going to get more polka dots. So it's red and white. That's, you know, what the inspiration was, right? All right, let's get some glitter and make this gorgeous. Alrighty. Sparkle makes everything look better, I promise. At least I think so. You might not think so, but I love it. My husband hates it. Every time he has a bath after me, he's like, seriously? I'm sparkling like Edward. I need one of those spray guns. I have them on order. The dry sprayer. So that actually lightened it up, and I really kind of like it. Kind of love it, actually. Awesome. So there we have our gingerbread. Did I get the thing over here? House in red and white. I'll just touch it up and have fun with it. I'm going to hold it up. Hopefully it won't fall apart. Super sparkles. I'll clean up my cake board. And then when you link on it, you'll see the finished product. So thank you. If you like this and enjoyed this, all the troubleshooting and all, please subscribe and come and see what we're up to next time. But for now, happy holidays and have fun. That's what the holidays are all about. Bye. Here we go. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you're celebrating this winter holiday, I hope it's merry and jolly and you have much joy. Thank you. Bye.